What's up, everybody? Today, I'm excited to welcome Nicole Plouffe from Lily Flower Floral Design. Nicole is an expert in creating stunning floral arrangements, both for weddings and other events. And she's here to share some of her invaluable tips and tricks to help our couples gain a better perspective on the floral side of planning their big day. So, welcome, Nicole.
Thanks, Brad, for having me. I'm thrilled to be here and share some insights on how couples can make their wedding florals both beautiful and budget-friendly.
One of the biggest misconceptions in the wedding industry is the cost of flowers. Now, Nicole, I was kind of hoping that you'd be able to shed some light on what couples would realistically spend when it comes to their wedding floral budget. And if possible, can you show us any ways that we're able to save money without sacrificing beauty or quality?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. There's definitely a disconnect between what couples think wedding flowers cost and what they actually cost. Many expect florals to be much more affordable than they are. One tip I always share to consider non-premium stems. These flowers can be just as beautiful as premium blooms, but at the fraction of the cost. So you're not sacrificing the overall look or feel of your arrangement.
Now, you typically work with real flowers, not artificial flowers, correct?
Correct.
Is there a reason why you choose to go with real flowers versus artificial?
Real flowers are sometimes easier to get. Artificial takes a little more work to look into. And also, real flowers are just about the same price as artificial stems.
That's kind of surprising. A lot of people might actually expect artificial to either be more affordable or more expensive. I personally thought that they would be more affordable, so it's a little surprising to hear that they're roughly the same cost. What are some of the benefits to going with an artificial floral setup? Are there any times where you would choose to do that over an authentic flower setup?
Yeah, it would be if the couple wanted to keep their flowers for an extended period of time. Artificial flowers do last forever.
Yeah, exactly. So like an artificial bouquet might be something you want to put on your mantle in your house or something.
Yep.
Great. Let's talk about seasonal flowers, because obviously depending on what season you're planning your wedding in, the flowers that you choose to go with are probably going to range in prices. So can you give me a little insight on that?
Yeah, sure. So seasonal flowers can be a little more money. They're considered premium. During the fall months, there's dahlias. Those can be a little more expensive. They do come with less imperfections during that time period.
Authentic,
Yeah, more fresh.
Yeah.
Not as wilted.
Let's pretend we're doing a fall wedding. Give me some of the flowers that you might choose in a fall bouquet.
Dahlias, mums, sometimes carnations are really good depending on what color scheme you want to go with.
Burgundy or an orange, something like that.
Yep, terracotta is a popular fall color.
I thought that was a cheese. So obviously, personalizing your wedding is super important, and I'm sure florists are no exception. So what are some ways that couples can add a personal touch to their floral design? What are some things that you might see in the industry?
There's so many creative ways to personalize your florals. One of the most touching ways I've seen when couples incorporate sentimental items like charms on their bouquets.
I've seen that a lot, yeah. Like a little charm of like maybe a passed away relative who's really relevant to the family and still in their hearts and couldn't be there for the wedding day, so they'll get like a little charm, they'll put it in the bouquet. What are some other things you might see?
We've also seen really cool themes implemented in some of these weddings, like using different lanterns, gold vases, sparkly vases, for Great Gatsby themes.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've seen a Great Gatsby wedding. That actually came out really nice. So like lots of gold, lots of sparkles.
You can add feathers.
Feathers, yeah. So like a Disney-inspired wedding, we've seen this. I've actually done a wedding that was a Jurassic Park themed wedding where they actually filmed Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So there was like dinosaurs and greenery everywhere. It was beautiful. So there's a lot of different ways that you can really personalize your floral design if you have a set theme.
Yeah, personalizing really helps tell a couple's unique story.
So when it comes to the must-have floral pieces in your wedding day, like what would you recommend as being the essentials for someone who is especially on a budget?
Your bouquets, the bridal bouquet, if you have bridesmaids bouquets, boutonnieres for your groomsmen. Definitely think about the father of the bride, father of the groom.
Oh, good one. Yeah.
Sometimes parents are left out until last minute.
Yeah. I honestly would have forgotten that myself, so.
Yeah, and then centerpieces and the arbor florals. Arbor florals are really important and a focal piece for your ceremony.
So like the flowers going around the archway that the
Yes.
couple would stand in front of. And then sometimes I also see like little flower pots or little accents on the aisleway chairs.
Yeah, there's urns that you can, fill it with flowers. flowers, instead of having an arbor, sometimes they have planter urns that are on each side of you for your ceremony space.
Okay, so we've got that list of all the different things that we might have. So what are some ways that couples could cut costs in these areas?
To cut costs, you can repurpose your ceremony arbor florals. You can repurpose them on your sweetheart table. Sometimes you can put them on the floor in front of your sweetheart table and repurpose your bouquets and your bridesmaids bouquets right on the top in the front of your sweetheart table.
And I actually see this done almost every wedding I go to, where after the ceremony, they'll take down that arrangement from the arbor, put that with, the guest book table, or sometimes, they may even take pieces and put it on the cake or with the appetizer station. And it's just a way to not need to purchase so many different spaces worth of flowers, especially for the arbor, because you have a lot of flowers up there.
There's a lot of flowers.
You can repurpose a lot of those. So the last thing I want to talk about are your top 3 tips when it comes to planning your floral design and ensuring a smooth and beautiful wedding day. So what do you got? Let's start with your top 3 tips.
Tip number 1 would be to have your flowers delivered the day of the wedding. So that way, everything can be set up just the way you're looking for. You don't have to worry about it. You have a lot on your plate that morning. You're getting ready.
Yeah. Do you guys offer setup as well?
Yes, we offer setup.
Okay, so delivery, setup, obviously those are an additional charge. Hopefully, if you find a florist, you also want to look for that criteria as well, because that's going to be a huge weight off your shoulders to not have to worry about that.
Tip number 2 is to have an in-person consultation with your florist.
Why in person? Why is that so important?
That's important so we can go over all the details that you're looking for. We can go over photo images if you have any inspiration photos that you're looking for, different color schemes. It'll really help get a good idea of your vision for your wedding day.
And they probably get a chance to sample the flowers and kind of see how everything looks in person.
Yes.
Probably is going to be a little bit more accurate than over a webcam. It's also important to just meet your vendors and your pros. Like I say, you're going to spend the majority of your wedding day working with your vendors. It's better to pick people who you get along really well with. So tip number 3, let us have it.
Tip number 3 is to repurpose your ceremony florals. So you can utilize them anywhere in your reception. You can repurpose them for the bar, for your welcome table. If you have wine barrels at your reception that you have any ceremony pieces for, you can transfer them over to the wine barrels.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different options, but it sounds like the main thing is to have your flowers work multiple different jobs.
Yes.
Ultimately, you're going to save money that way. Great. Well, thank you for sharing all of your expertise. For any of you who are looking for a florist and would like to learn more, or even potentially work with Nicole herself, be sure to check out her website, lilyflowerfloral.com. I'm attaching a link to that right down below. And if you have any questions about what we covered in this video, feel free to post those right in the private Facebook group or email us directly at support@wedeverything.com. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching, you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget that you can subscribe to our channel right here, and we will see you in the next video.